Next, so next now coming to the point of soft water and hard water. Soft water and hard water. What is the soft water? Water is said to be soft if readily they form leather with the soap. Water is said to be soft if it readily forms leather with the soap. Water which is formed readily leather with the soap, they are called soft water. Can you give an example for soft water? Rain water and distilled water are example for the soft water. Rain water and distilled water. Distilled water are example for the soft water. So pure water or water containing sodium salts. Pure water or water containing sodium salts, they are readily form leather with the soap. What do you mean leather? Bubbles. So soft water nothing but the water which forms readily with the leather with the soap, they are called soft water. Or water or pure water containing sodium salts. Sodium salt which form readily with the soap, they are called soft water. Clear? So example for soft water, rain water and distilled water. Okay. Then what is hard water? Water is said to be hard which is not formed readily leather with the soap. They are called hard water. Which is not readily forms leather with the soap. They are called hard water. Give an example for hard waters. Tap water, well water, river water. These are example for the hard water. They are not formed readily leather with the soap. They are called hard water. Clear? Which is not formed leather with soap are called hard water. Example, tap water, river water, well water. These are the example for the hard waters. So soft water and hard water. Soft water nothing but so pure water, so water containing sodium salts which is formed readily with the soap, readily leather with the soap. Okay, so they are called soft water. Hard water which is not formed readily leather with the soap, they are called hard water. Example for soft water, distilled water and rain water. What about the hard water? Example, tap water, river water, well water. These are example for the hard water. Okay, next, causes of hardness. Why water become hard? What is the reason? Causes of hardness. Why? How water become hard? So when you are telling it is a hard water, the water is telling is a hard water when it is contains hydrogen carbonates, chlorides or sulfates of calcium or magnesium. So when you are telling it is a hard water, the water is telling hard water when it is contains hydrogen carbonates, chlorides and sulfates of calcium and magnesium. Water becomes hard when it contains dissolved substances, that is hydrogen carbonates, chlorides and sulfates of calcium and magnesium. So in that water, dissolved substance will be there. Dissolved mineral substance will be there. Dissolved mineral which are their substances? Hydrogen carbonates, chlorides or sulfates. Chlorides or sulfates of calcium and magnesium. That time it will become the hard water. Water becomes hard when it contains the dissolved minerals, some salts. Which are those salts? Hydrogen carbonates or bicarbonates. Next, chlorides or sulfates of calcium and magnesium. That time that water become hard. Clear? So because of these substances, these dissolved substance salts in that water, that is the water becomes hard. Bicarbonates, chlorides or sulfates of calcium and magnesium. Clear? So when water flows through the beds of rivers or oceans, that time, so when it flows through the calcium carbonate or magnesium carbonates, so general name for the calcium carbonate is limestone. When water flows through the calcium carbonate or magnesium carbonate, so limestone, that is the general name for the calcium carbonate. Magnesium carbonate common name is dolomite. Okay. So when water flows through these limestone or dolomite, the carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere, that will convert the soluble substance. The calcium carbonate, magnesium carbonate are soluble substance. The carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere, that will convert into a calcium bicarbonate. When it is react with the water. It means, now look at the reaction. Calcium carbonate plus, so as I told, carbon dioxide plus water. So it will form soluble hydrogen carbonate or calcium bicarbonate. Calcium hydrogen carbonate. So that is a soluble substance. So this is calcium carbonate is not soluble, it is insoluble in water. So when water flows through the calcium carbonate or dolomite, calcium carbonate, so same reaction, carbon dioxide, H2O, reduce this to so this is dolomite. Magnesium carbonate, so that is also called dolomite. Calcium carbonate is also called limestone. So when water becomes hard, when water flows through the calcium carbonate or magnesium carbonate, limestone or a dolomite, the carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere, that will convert these insoluble substance into a soluble hydrogen carbonate. It means soluble hydrogen carbonate means calcium bicarbonate, calcium hydrogen carbonate or calcium bicarbonate. This is a soluble substance. Okay. So because of this reason, the water become hard. Because of this reason, when water flows through the calcium carbonate or a magnesium carbonate, carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere, that will convert into a soluble calcium hydrogen carbonate. So that time water become hard. So like this, the water become hard. So what is the reason why water become hard? Means because of the presence of some dissolved mineral salts. So which are the dissolved mineral salts? They are bicarbonates, sulfates or chlorides of calcium and magnesium. Because of the presence of these mineral salts in the water, that time water will become hard. Okay, now how water become hard? That well water, as I told, no, well water, river water, how that become hard means when water flows through the limestone, flows through the limestone or a dolomite, magnesium carbonate. So because and the atmosphere present, the carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere, that converts into a insoluble substance to a soluble hydrogen carbonate, calcium bicarbonate or magnesium bicarbonate. Okay, so when it reacts with water, water become hard. Formation of stalactites and stalagmites. Stalactites, have you heard this word, stalactites? Stalactites and stalagmites. Stalactites and stalagmites. So you can look at your textbook there. Page number 48. See there, in the caves, conical pillar-like objects will be there. Some they are hanging on the cave, and some they are moving upward towards the from the floor. Upward from the floor. You can look at your textbook there. Look at it here. So this is some are hanging, conical pillar-like objects. Some are hanging, and some are grow from the roughs. It means from the bottom on the floor. Some are growing there. You can see there. Conical pillar-like objects. Pillars. So when constructing the buildings, pillars you can see, no, like this. Pillars. So some are. This is the caves. So cave is there. So some are like this, and on the floor some are going upwards like this. So some are hanging from the upside, top side, and some are grow from the surface. Okay, so why they are formed in the caves like this? Sometimes you will heard this in the news. Amarnath Yatra. Yes, Amarnath Yatra. That Shivalinga is there now. So it is made like Shivalinga. That will go from the. Is it like this? It will go. Is it? So what is the reason why it is like this? So some chemical actions will be there, because formation of this one, some chemical action. What is the chemical action? When water flows through the rocks, that water will fell down. It means from the cracked rocks, it will fell down. Okay, so while doing this procedure, when it is happening like this, so the water containing calcium hydrogen carbonate, is it? So containing dissolved calcium hydrogen carbonate. So when water flows down, when water is dropping from that cracked rocks, that contains dissolved calcium hydrogen carbonate. So because of the pressure inside the rock, that results in the conversion of calcium hydrogen carbonate into a calcium carbonate, carbon dioxide, and water. So in the caves, these types will happen in the caves. I will explain once again. These will happen in these conical pillar-like objects you can see in the caves. So what is the reason it is happening like this? Because when water drop flows through the rocks, when it will fall down, because that rock will be crack will be there, is it, in the rock? So because of that reason, the water drops will come down. come down. So the water drops contains the dissolved hydrogen carbonate. Dissolved hydrogen carbonates. Okay. So because of the pressure inside the rock, the dissolved calcium hydrogen carbonate is converted into a calcium carbonate and carbon dioxide and water. That calcium carbonate is there, no? Calcium carbonate, that is which is hanging on the cave, which is hanging on the cave. That is a stalactites. The conical pillar which is hanging on the cave, that is a stalactites. So which is hanging. Stalactites. So that is a stalactites. So and which is growing from the surface, which grows upwards towards grow upwards from the surface. Okay, so that is called stalagmites. The conical pillar which is hanging on the floor in the cave. So that is the stalactites. That is the stalactite, and which is growing upwards from the surface. Okay, that is the stalagmite. So how it is formed? As I told, when water dropped is coming from the cracked rocks that contains the dissolved hydrogen carbonates. Because of the pressure inside the rock, the dissolved hydrogen carbonate is converted into a calcium carbonate. The calcium carbonate is responsible for these objects, the stalactites and stalagmites. Okay, the reaction you can write like this. I will write here calcium bicarbonate, no calcium hydrogen carbonate, calcium HCO3. So it is a dissolved substance. So because of the pressure inside the rock, that is converted into a calcium carbonate plus carbon dioxide plus water. So because of these reasons, you can see that stalactites and stalagmites. These calcium carbonate will get deposited by drop. Okay. So because of that reason, it will some are hanging on the cave and few are grow from that surface. So at one time, it will take, they will meet together, which is hanging on the top and which is growing from the downward. They are meet together after 100 of years. So that is the reason why the conical pillar objects will form in the caves. Types of hardness. We can see two types of hardness. One is a temporary hard water, another one is a permanent hard water. Types of hardness. So why water become hard? Because of the dissolved mineral salts, that is hydrogen carbonates, chlorides or sulfates of calcium and magnesium. Because of these salts present in the water, that water become hard. So that hard water is classified into two types. One is a temporary hard water and permanent hard water. Types of hardness. The first one is a temporary hard water. Second one is a permanent hard water. So temporary hard water, when you are telling it is a temporary hard water that contains only hydrogen carbonates of calcium and magnesium. So when you are telling it is a temporary hard water, this temporary hard water can be removed by boiling. So this temporary hardness that can be removed by boiling. So when you are telling it is a temporary hard water, the water contains the hydrogen carbonates of calcium and magnesium. Contains the hydrogen carbonates of calcium and magnesium. That time that water is called as a temporary hard water. Only these salts, hydrogen carbonates of calcium and magnesium. So that is the response for the temporary hard water. So temporary hardness can be removed by boiling. So temporary hard water can be removed by boiling. Clear? So then what is the permanent? So as I told, so first coming to the point of temporary hard water. So that contains hydrogen carbonates of calcium and magnesium. Then how you will get this? So after boiling you will get the soft water. So what will happen here? So when it is boiled there, if you boil that one, so hard water, no? Calcium, HCO3 twice. So if you boil this, that time you get calcium carbonate plus carbon dioxide plus water. So this water is there now. That is the soft water. Soft. So here, so hard water, that is temporary hard water is changed into the soft water. So in that water, so not directly you get the like soft water. So you get the insoluble calcium carbonate. So insoluble calcium carbonate water. So that you have to remove. So by filtration method. Okay. So it is insoluble water now, calcium carbonate. That's why you have to remove by filtration method. That time water you get now, that is a soft water. Clear? Next. So permanent hard water. Water containing sulfates and chlorides of magnesium and calcium. The water containing sulfates and chlorides of calcium and magnesium. Water containing the sulfates and chlorides. Sulfates and chlorides are calcium and magnesium. That time it is called as the permanent hard water. You can see the temporary hard water, there it contains hydrogen carbonates of calcium and magnesium. Look at the permanent hard water that contains sulfates and chlorides of calcium and magnesium. So if these salts are present in that water, that is the permanent hard water. We can't make it a soft water by boiling. So if you boil also, so we can't make that into a soft water. So that is a permanent hard water. Name only indicates the permanent hard water. Okay. So when you are telling it is a permanent hard water, then water containing the sulfates and chlorides of calcium and magnesium. It's called permanent hard water. These hardness can't be removed by boiling. Okay. These hardness can't be removed by boiling. So next, so these are the few things. Types of hardness. One is the temporary hard water, another one is the permanent hard water. Next, advantages of hard water. So only not drawback, advantages also are there from the hard water. Let's see one by one. The advantages of hard water. So we know that in that water, hard water contains the dissolved salts. So because of dissolved salt present in the water, some advantages are there. So in case of soft water, so there is no presence of dissolved salt. So if not presence of dissolved salts, they will not give taste. So it means soft water, it has a flat taste. It will not give any taste. That distilled water not give any taste. Rain water, it is a flat taste. You can't see any taste in that one. Okay. Whereas in case of hard water, because of the presence of the dissolved salts in that one, it will give the taste. So because of these reason, so hard water is used in the preparation of beverages and wines, soft drinks. Preparation of beverages and wines. So first advantage, hard water is used for the preparation of beverages. And wines. Because of the presence of the dissolved salts. So in the water. So that's why they are used in the preparation preparation of beverages and wines. So this is the first advantage. And next, so as I told, in the hard water, calcium and magnesium dissolved salts are present, is it? So that is essential for our body. Calcium, so bone is made up of calcium. So teeth, so there also you can see the calcium is present in the teeth also, is it? Because of that reason our bone becomes very hard because of the presence of calcium. So because of these reasons, calcium, magnesium dissolved salt present in the hard water is essential for the growth of our bones and teeth. So that is essential for the growth of bones and teeth. Bones and teeth. Calcium, magnesium salts present in small amounts in hard water. So presence of calcium and magnesium in small amount in the hard water. So essential for the growth and development of our bones and teeth. Okay. So this is the second advantage. And third advantage, so hard water checks the poisoning of water by lead pipes. Hard water checks the poisoning of water by lead pipes. So hard water checks the poisoning of water by lead pipes to carry the water. So lead pipes they are used there. So in that one, the lead is dissolved in the water. Lead is dissolved in the water. It is not dissolved. It is an insoluble substance. It is an insoluble substance because of the presence of calcium sulfate. That time we can, so that hard water checks the poisoning of water by lead pipes. So these are the three advantages of hard water. Disadvantages of hard water. Hard water is not suitable for producing steam. So in industries they are use boiler, is it? So if they use hard water, so because of these dissolved salts, so after some times, so for boiler lot of heat should be required. So if these dissolved salts are deposited in that one, so more steam will not produce. So more heat will not produce because of these salts. Okay, these salts present in the hard water. So hard water is not suitable for producing the steam. That is the first disadvantage. Disadvantages of hard water. Hard water is not suitable for producing steam. Hard water is not suitable for producing steam. As I told, in that hard water dissolved salts should be present. So if they use hard water in the boiler, so that salts will be deposited after some time. So salts will be deposited in that. So that time more heat will not produce because these deposition of the salts. You can see there. You can see the picture in the textbook. So see there. So this is the fresh one, new one. Okay, boiler scales. After using the hard water, see the structure of that. So how it becomes? It will become flat. Okay, so that's the reason. So hard water is not suitable for the preparation, suitable for producing the steam. Okay, and with hard water it spoils the taps. Hard water spoils the taps. Deposition of the, so taps means water will not come slowly, is it? So because the deposition of that salts, so water will not comes very fastly, is it? So in taps you can see this one, and hard water spoils the washing machines and even geysers. The hard water spoils these washing machines, geysers and tap. So these are, if you hard water we are using means, so they are become because the deposition of the salts. So more water will not produce from the tap. Okay, so these are the disadvantages of hard water. Is unfit for washing purposes. Hard water is unfit for washing purposes. Is it?